Dear students and friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am discussing some important chapter exercise question answers, that is ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ B.R. ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್. ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ತರಗತಿಗೆ ತಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆತ್ಮೀಯವಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ B.R. ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಘಟಕದ ಎಕ್ಸೈಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಆನ್ಸರನ್ನು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಇದುವರೆಗೆ ತಾವು ನನ್ನ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗದೇ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿ, ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳನ್ನ ತಾವು ವೀಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬೆಲ್ ಐಕಾನ್ ಒತ್ತಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ನೋಟಿಫೈ ಆಗೋದ್ರ ಮೂಲಕ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳು ಲೈವ್ ಆಗ್ತಂತ. ಈಗ ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ B.R. ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಈ ಘಟಕದ ಎಕ್ಸೈಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಆನ್ಸರನ್ನು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಯೂನಿಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ 4, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ B.R. ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್. ಮೇನ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1, ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇನ್ 2 or 3 sentences each. First question, how did Dr. Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi try to wipe out caste discrimination from India? Right answer, Gandhiji reminded the higher caste of their duty towards the depressed classes. Ambedkar reminded the depressed classes of their reserved inherent rights to equality with the higher caste. Gandhiji put stress on duty, Ambedkar put stress on rights. Second question, how did 14th Amendment to the US Constitution and Mahatma Phule influence Ambedkar? Right answer, the 14th Amendment to the US Constitution gave freedom to the black Americans. He saw a parallel situation for the depressed classes in India. He was greatly influenced by the life and work of Mahatma Phule, who was working for women's upliftment and for a classes society. Question number 3, Ambedkar was a voracious reader. Justify this statement. Right answer, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar had an insatiable thirst for books. He bought books by utilizing his daily needs. In New York, he is said to have purchased about 2,000 old books at the time of second round table conference in London. He brought so many books that they had to be sent to India in 32 boxes. Fourth question, why did Nehru choose Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as the first law minister of India? Right answer, Jawaharlal Nehru had recognized Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's skill in the field of law and legislation. It was also a tribute to his vision of social injustice as well as to the success of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's campaigns against social injustice. Fifth question, Dr. Ambedkar was not in the Congress party, yet he was made the chairman of the drafting committee. Why? Ambedkar had an undying faith in the dignity of human beings. It was the farsightedness and the objective leadership of Indian National Congress to make Dr. Ambedkar its chairman. Question number 6, Who were the other notable members of the drafting committee? The other notable members of the drafting committees were Aladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, K.M. Munshi, and N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar. Next question. Constitution is a fundamental document to both the ruler and the ruled. How? Right answer. The Constitution is a fundamental document which defines the position and the power of organs of the state. Its purpose is not only to create the organs of the state but also to limit their authorities so as to avoid complete tyranny and complete operation. Next question. After independence, members the scheduled caste have found door open to them. Why? Right answer. Members of the scheduled caste have to found doors open to them after independence because much progress has been achieved in the providing equality of opportunities to the people. There are no legal bars for self expression or self advancement. Question number 9. All people should be given equal opportunities to prove themselves. How are the members of the scheduled caste providing themselves? The right answer. The members of the scheduled caste are proving themselves by getting enrolled in institutes of higher learning. They occupy high offices both at the center and the states. Next question. Baba Saheb Ambedkar considered public agitations in pre-India as unconstitutional. Why? Right answer. Baba Saheb Ambedkar considered public agitations in pre-India as unconstitutional because such agitations are generally misdirected and violent. They often result in the loss of lives and public property. Question number 11. What were the opinions of Buddha and why regarding the caste divisions? According to the Buddha, there are only two valid divisions. These are the divisions between those who are noble and wholesome and those who are ignoble and unwholesome. Why was of the opinion that there are only two castes in the world, the charitables who give and are superior, and the miser who do not give and are therefore inferior. Next question. What made Dr. Ambedkar describe the methods of civil disobedience, non-cooperation and satyagraha as the grammar of anarchy? Dr. Ambedkar described these methods as the grammar of anarchy. According to him, the right of rebellion is recognized against the government formed without people consent in dictatorship but not in a democracy which is based on the free and fair elections. Such agitations, if misdirected or volatile, result in the loss of lives and public property. Next question. Write a short note on Dr. B. Ambedkar's ideas of three pillars of states. Dr. Ambedkar had a clear perceptions of the mutuality of the three pillars of state: the legislature, the executive, and judiciary. He realized the jurisdictions should be clear and untrammeled. He also realized the importance of the rule of citizens. Question number 14. Who described Baba Saheb as a symbol of revolt? Why? Right answer. Professor Professor Jawaharlal Nehru described Baba Saheb Ambedkar as a symbol of revolt. When he passed away in the December 1956, he said that he kept the people's mind awake and did not allow them to become satisfied about matters which could not be forgotten. He helped in the rousing of those groups in India which has suffered for so long in the past. Next question. Dr. Ambedkar had a vision of social justice. Comment. Right answer. Dr. Ambedkar's vision of social justice was a vision which was sought to be infused into the new India polity. Professor Jawaharlal Nehru chose him to be first law minister of independence India. It was a tribute to his vision as well as to the success of his own campaigns against social injustice. Next question. How can you say that social discrimination still exists in India? The annual reports of the commissioners for SC and ST list several violations of the laws and several instances where, notwithstanding the statute books, members of the scheduled caste have been discriminated against. Are you aware of the facilities provided by the Social Welfare Department mentioned? It gives scholarship, hostel facilities, loans, and trainings to SC and ST. Read the extract and answer the questions that follow. While he was in the USA, he was drawn to the 14th Amendment of the Constitution of USA. Who is the he? Right answer. He is referred to the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. What was the amendment? The blacks in the USA were given freedom. How was it affected on him? This amendment made Ambedkar take up the task of improving the condition of the depressed classes. He had an insatiable thirst for books. Who is the he? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. How can you say that he had an insatiable thirst for books? He brought books by totaling his daily needs. He purchased many books wherever he went. What does insatiable means in the context? Right answer, that which cannot be satisfied. He was voracious reader. What does voracious means in the context? Right answer, voracious means were eager for knowledge. Who does the word he refer to? He referred to the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. How long was the voracious reader? How long was he a voracious reader? He was a voracious reader throughout his life. He bought many books at the time of Second Roundtable Conference. Who bought so many books? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Where was he when he bought these books? He was in London. How many boxes of books did he purchase? He purchased 32 boxes of books. Fifth question. They brought about a veritable revolution in social thought. Who were they? Dr. Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi ji. What revolution is referred here? The description of caste system. How did they bring out revolution? Gandhiji reminded the higher caste of their duty towards the depressed classes. Baba Sahib did the same by reminding the depressed class about, about their inherent right to equality. Dr. Ambedkar had a clear perception of the mutuality of the three pillars of the state. Which are the three pillars of the state? The legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. According to Dr. Ambedkar, how should the jurisdictions of each state be? The jurisdictions of each should be clear and untrammeled. What does perceptions means in the context? The ability to see, hear, and understand. In an interesting observations, he once described the methods of civil disobedience, non-cooperation, and satyagraha as the grammar of anarchy. Who does he refer to? He referred to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. When do these methods assume importance? These methods assume importance in struggle against the foreign rule. Third question. Why does the speaker call these methods as grammar of anarchy? If these methods are used in a democracy, there will be loss of lives and public property. There are only two castes in the world according to Avai. Who was Avai? Avaya was the Tamil poetess. What according to the speaker are two castes? Two castes. According to Avaya, the only two castes in the world are the charitable and the miser. Who is the superior and which is the inferior? The charitables are superior because they give whatever they have. The miser are inferior because they do not help others. The British rulers exalted the caste distinctions and divided the people of India. What policy did the British ruler follow to divide the people of India? Divide and rule. Why did they adopt this policy? They wanted to have control over the Indians. What does the word exaggerate means? The description of something says greater to or larger than really is. Tenth one. The purpose of a constitution is not merely necessarily to create the organs of the state but to limit their authority. Who said this? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Which are the three organs of the state? Legislatures and executives and judiciary. What would happen if no limits are imposed upon the authorities of the organs? If no limits are imposed on the authorities of organs, there would be complete tyranny and oppression. Who could have dreamt that one born to Mahar family would become not only a law minister but also a lawmaker? Who is the one referred to here? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Who chose him to be law minister? Jawaharlal Nehru. Why was he chosen as a law minister? He had skill in the field of law and legislations and also tribute to a vision of social justice. 12th one, I have no doubt whatever we agree with him or not in many matter that preservations. Who said this? Jawaharlal Nehru. Who does him refer to? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. When did the speaker say this word? At time Ambedkar's death. The only valid divisions are the divisions between those who are noble and wholesome and those who are ignoble and unwholesome. Who said this word? Right answer, the Buddha. When did he say these words? About 2500 years ago. What does the word divisions refer to here? Caste divisions. 14th one. He described him as a symbol of revolt. Who made this statement? Jawaharlal Nehru. Who is the symbol of revolt? Ambedkar. When did he describe so? When Baba Sahib passed away in December 1956, Jawaharlal Nehru made a moving reference in the Lok Sabha. Answer the following in 8 or 10 sentences. First question. There were great luminaries on the drafting committee. Dr. Ambedkar is remembered as the polite give reasons. Dr. Ambedkar is rememberable as the polite of drafting committee as his explanation to the assembly was done with great patience, tact and frankness. He unraveled the most complicated legal concepts in the simple languages which even the laymen understood. It was a rare gift. He had done this risk matchlessly. He understood the distinctive needs of our own society by drafting examples and experiences of other nations and subsequently praised in magnificence. Next question: what is the significant observation of Dr. Ambedkar the Constitution? On the Constitution, Dr. Ambedkar made a significant observation on the Constitution. He observed that the Constitution is a fundamental document which defines the position and the power of the three organs of the state: the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. The purpose of the Constitution is not merely to create the organs of the state but to limit their authority. Also, if no limitation was imposed upon the authority of these organs, there will be a complete tyranny and oppression. Third question: how did Dr. Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhiji try to wipe out caste discrimination from India? Right answer: the British rulers exaggerated caste distinctions and divided the peoples of India in order to strengthen their power over us. Both Mahatma Gandhiji and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar rejected the caste system and declared the oneness of the Hindu community. Gandhiji did so by reminding the higher caste of their duty towards the depressed classes, and Baba Sahib did the same by reminding them of their rights to equality with the higher and more powerful caste. With one person stressing the duties and the others stressing the rights, together they brought about revolutionary changes in the social thinking. ಇಷ್ಟು ಈ ಘಟಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದಂಥ ಪ್ರಶ್ನಾವಳಿಗಳು. ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದಂತೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಗೊಂದಲ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನಾನು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಟು ಆಲ್.